everybody, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Melissa Weatherall, registered holistic nutritionist. I am also a lover of Epicure. Epicure is a company that I am so proud to stand behind. They are completely gluten-free. They're sugar and sodium conscious. They don't use any preservatives or additives. You will never see things like high fructose corn syrup. They are truly a magnificent company, and I'm thrilled to be able to show people how to eat healthier and still enjoy what they're eating. So today I want to show you how you can make a healthy twist on chicken fingers and French fries. So I'm going to start actually by showing you how to make a dip. I'm not sure in your home if you have kids or family members that like to dip. We are going to use a marinara to dip with. There are tons of different options though. You could use any one of our dip mixes. Ranch is a huge favorite in this house as well. But today I'm going to do some marinara. So what I love about this is in the grocery store, when you go to find your spaghetti sauces or your pasta sauces, you're going to find things that are filled with sugar, filled with preservatives and words this long that you have no idea what they even mean. A lot of times there's canola oil added, and we just don't need stuff like that. So what's lovely about this is the marinara is a spice blend, and you use 3 tablespoons for a batch of it. What I love is you can obviously modify it, make it a little bit smaller, make it larger, whatever works for you, but you can freeze the different extra portions and then just pull them out as you need them. So we have some great silicone muffin cups. They'd be great that you can actually freeze in little pucks. And then if you have a child that likes it, you can just pull it out and use that as you need. There are lots of different ways to do it. We're going to start with a can of crushed tomatoes. So I've just grabbed, whatever I found at the grocery store. Typically I like to get organic, and I like to really look for a can that's BPA free. But if you can't find that, it's okay. I like to always find one that there's no salt added. So for the full recipe, it actually calls for you to use crushed tomatoes as well as diced tomatoes. I'm just using a can of crushed. So what I'll do then is I'll just cut back a little bit on my spice. Super, super simple. I'm going to just show you here. So I'm going to put all the crushed tomato into this is our 8-cup multi-purpose pot. This is a fantastic kitchen. I think every kitchen should have one, to be honest. All of the measurements are actually etched in the inside of it. Comes with a fantastic handle, and it also has a lid that has all of your drain spouts. You don't need a drainer on top of it. You can just use the pot. It's fantastic. So I've got a can of crushed tomatoes in there, and now I'm going to use our 4-in-1 spice spoon, and I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of the marinara in here, and then I'm just going to give it a quick stir. And then as I am showing you the rest of our meal, we'll let this simmer on the stove top. Sometimes I like to add in some garlic. It really just depends on your own personal taste. If you like them a little bit spicier, you could absolutely add in some crushed chili or some picanto. Our salsa mix would also be really fantastic if you'd like a little bit of heat. So I'm going to move this over to the stove and let that start simmering. Okay, and next up we are going to make our chicken fingers. So you can do whatever kind of chicken you like. What I love so much about using Epicure's meal solutions and all of their different spices is you still have complete control over what type of ingredients you use. In this house, we like to use organic, hormone and antibiotic free meats. It's really important to us. So I like happy meat. So we have some organic and hormone antibiotic free chicken breasts here. I'm going to do them on our sheet pan, which also has our silicone sheet liner. This honestly makes cleanup a breeze, and I don't know about you, if you don't love doing dishes, you definitely need to check out the silicone liner. It actually makes cleanup so simple and super quick. So what we're going to do to start off with though is, now a lot of times when you find breadcrumbs or that, I think it's shake and bake or one of those types of things to make your own homemade chicken fingers, you're getting a lot of additives and preservatives with tons of sodium. This is our Southern Baked, and what I love about this is also a source of omega-3 fatty acids because, and also a source of fiber, because we have psyllium husk in here as well as other like black pepper, herbs, onion, garlic, sea salt, and chia seeds. So fantastic for that fiber and for that extra omega-3 fatty acids, which we really need in order to stay healthy. So, and the nice thing is the kids won't even know that you're giving them a healthy shake and bake. So I'm going to cut this open, and we're going to throw it in our 4-cup prep bowl, which is also nice because it does come with a lid that you can just store, you know, right in the actual bowl itself. So I'm going to actually dump this in here. Now I could use a resealable bag, but I'm not going to do it that way. I'm just going to show you how I do it. And using our Chef Pro scissors, I'm going to cut the chicken. So super easy. These scissors are fantastic because they cut through anything. So I'm just going to cut these into some strips so that when I make this, we don't have big pieces. Okay, so I'm just going to cut right through the chicken breast here. All right. And one more here. We're going to have lots of chicken strips. So I don't know about you guys, but my kids are 21 and 19 and they still like chicken strips. But I like knowing that when I'm giving them chicken strips, this is a healthier option. I'm just going to go wash my hands. I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back and I am ready to start getting our chicken going here. So I'm actually going to use some avocado oil. This is the best oil, this or coconut oil are the best that you should use for high heat cooking. Olive oil is one of those oils that's really good for things that you're making cold, but you can actually make the oil go bad if you are using an oil that is not heat stable. Okay, so now I have our grip and grabs, and I've added some oil on here to the chicken. We're just going to take our crumbs that we've already put in this bowl here, and we're just going to coat the chicken. Then I'm going to lay it on our silicone sheet pan. And what's lovely about this is there's no deep frying. We're going to bake this in the oven, and it should be ready within 20 minutes. Now, if you are in a rush after work and you have the kids that are screaming and they're hungry, you could do a little bit of prep ahead of time and have this already done, and then you could have dinner on the table truly in 20 minutes or less. And there's no need to go through the fast food places when we can make real food fast at home, and much better for our health. A lot of times people don't understand that what we eat affects our mood. So this time of year when things are starting to be a little bit darker out and a little gloomy, it's so important that we're nourishing our body with whole, good, unprocessed foods. When we start eating things that have a lot of different preservatives and additives, and they're just really not food anymore if it's been man-made, our body doesn't know what to do with that. So oftentimes, when you eat an overly processed type diet, you are causing a lot of issues in your body. Just need a little bit more of that. And your body doesn't know what to do with it. So what it does is it stores all those chemicals and those things that they don't recognize as food in your body as toxins. So it's super important that you pay attention to the types of things you're actually eating and putting in your body. All right, so we have made our chicken strips. I want to show you. Now, some of mine aren't strips. Some of mine are still a little bit chunky, but that's okay. Anything that we have leftovers, what's so nice about this as well is we can put it in salads. You can use wraps for lunches. So I love the idea of cooking once and eating twice. All right, I'm just going to show you what this looks like, and then I'll stick it in the oven while we make our next course. So there you go. So those are our chicken strips. I'm just going to pop these in the oven. I'll be right back. Okay, so next I want to make French fries. So I have older kids. A lot of times we do love to have actual French fries with the long strips, but today I'm going to actually do potato wedges, which are essentially the same idea, but I want to use our rosemary and garlic because remember, this is a fun meal. This is our chicken fingers and French fries type fun meal. But I like being able to up-level it with good taste, obviously, but also with good ingredients. So this has rosemary, garlic. Garlic right now is so important with the way, flus are going around and colds. When we eat a lot of garlic, we're actually helping our immune system. Garlic is antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal. It's such a great thing to add into your food, into your diet right now. All of the time, but especially this time of year. So I have some, forgot my knife. Okay, so I'm using our silicone knife. This is honestly the probably the best knife I've ever used. I like it because it cuts through everything, as well as soft things, even like tomatoes. So I'm actually just going to quarter up some of these baby potatoes. Potatoes get a really bad rap, and it's kind of sad because potatoes are actually really good for you. There's a lot of good vitamins and minerals, potassium, things that our body needs. But a lot of people shy away from potatoes because they think they're going to make them fat. And yeah, sure, they're a starchy carbohydrate, but we do need carbohydrates in our body. It is what our brain actually chooses for the first source of fuel. And it makes me sad when I hear people don't eat carbohydrates. It's all about balance and moderation and making sure you choose good ones. And potatoes, sadly, are okay for you until you start adding in like sour cream and cream cheese and butter and all of those things. That's when they become not so good for you. Okay, so I've cut those in half. And again, I'm going to use some olive oil. Or sorry, actually not olive oil, avocado oil. That's what it is. And we're going to put that in there, and then I'm actually going to grab a nice amount of this and season it up. I'm going to use our silicone spoon and just give it a good stir and kind of coat the oil and the rosemary garlic together. Then I'm going to put it on another sheet pan that has a silicone liner. And again, this is what I love so much about this. Cleanup is going to take like literally seconds because the silicone, everything just wipes right off. So what I've used here is our baking pans or our sheets. These are going to actually help the airflow underneath, and it's going to make them crispy, and again, going to make the cleanup really super easy because the potatoes are just going to lay right on top of those cooling racks or baking racks, however you like to, whatever you call them. And I'm going to put those there. I don't know if you can see those. I don't want to make them fall off, but there's those. I'm going to go and stick these in the oven, and they'll be ready when our chicken is ready. while those are cooking, we are going to get our vegetable ready. I always like to make sure I've included a vegetable with our meals to totally balance our plate. We want to have protein, a fiber, and a fat. And tonight we're going to have green beans with ours. And I like to use our steamers and steam them in the microwave when the meal is just about done. Usually takes about 3 minutes or so. And then I can plate everything and everything is ready to go. So I'm just going to grab the beans. Okay, so I've given them a wash and I've put them in my steamer, and now I'm going to get those going so that everything is ready at the same time. Okay, so as we're waiting for our main course to cook, I want to show you a fun dessert that even my husband and I enjoy. And you can feel completely great about this dessert because it literally takes minutes to make. You can have your kids making it while you're doing the rest of your meal even. But what's so great about it is you can feel like you're having a really great decadent treat and only use 100 calories in order to enjoy it. So it is our chocolate pudding. I honestly have to tell everybody I meet about this pudding because in the grocery store, you know, you get those little individual sized puddings. They're full of so many preservatives and additives and a lot of sugar that's just obviously not the greatest for us. And I know as a mom, I never wanted to send that type of thing to school with my kids. This is a lifesaver. So yes, there's sugar. So everything is in balance and moderation. I wouldn't suggest that you eat the whole bowl in one sitting. You know, obviously it is about moderation. But this is organic coconut palm sugar, which is a much better sugar for you. It is not as processed as the other. And then it has organic cocoa powder, sea salt, and some tapioca starch. So we are going to make this dairy-free, and that's the other thing I love about this is you can make it for how your family, you know, lives. We don't do a lot of dairy in my home. We do a little bit of cheese here and there, but mostly we try to stay away from dairy. Dairy is one of the most inflammatory causing things that you can put in your body. If you deal with a lot of inflammation, that is something that I would really suggest that you want to, you know, as a nutritionist, that's something I see that causes people a lot of issues. So we're going to do it with coconut milk. And let me just get it started here. I've already given this a good shake. So we're going to put 2 cups of coconut milk here. I use unsweetened. It's just my own personal preference. You can use, as I say, you can use regular milk, you can use almond milk, you can use cashew milk. You use whatever it is that you use in your family. And I'm going to just cut it open, show you how quick this is to make. So we're going to just put this inside our milk. Let me just take a whisk and we just whisk it up, which is fantastic. So the other thing about making your own pudding, obviously if you have kiddos that are a bit picky and you can't get them to eat a lot of, you know, vegetables and different fruits, you can add in our cocoa powder, which is full of extra fiber, extra antioxidants. Absolutely delicious, and the kids won't even know it's in the pudding. You could also add in our Power Up protein powder. This is a chocolate. We also have a vanilla. Add that in there, give the kids extra protein, and they're not going to be looking for the next meal in 10 minutes when they're finished, right? Fill up those bellies. And that is one of the perfect things about making your own. You have complete control over what you put in it. And I promise you, the kids won't even know that these are in there. So I'm going to use our little prep bowls, and then you literally pour them in. You can be as fancy as you want, or just dump it in like I'm doing. Now, if you're going to send this to school with your kids, I would suggest not sending the glass prep bowls because you may not get it back, or it might get broken. But I like them because they're nice and easy to store in your refrigerator. They come with lids, so that makes it fantastic and keeps lots of room in your fridge as well. And it typically makes 6 servings here. I think I might have put a bit extra in a few of them, but that's okay. I'll clean that out after. And after you've let them sit, they're already starting to be fine to eat. Like, it doesn't take long at all. After you let them rest for a little bit, you could throw on some coconut whip if you have that, or if you do dairy, you could use the other whipped cream. And then I like to top it off with our Cocoa Crunch, which is another source of fiber and omega-3s. So perfect little sprinkles where the kids are going to think that they're having a treat, but you're actually giving them another dose of goodness. So that is our chocolate pudding, and I haven't met one person that doesn't like this yet. So definitely give this a try. Okay guys, everything is ready. I'm so excited to share with you what we're having for dinner tonight, and I'll show you how it looks. So our chicken, now I've got a plate here, so I'm just actually going to plate it. Actually, I'm going to hit the microwave to steam my green beans. I have not done that yet. Give me 1 second. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna get that going so it will be hot with the rest of this delicious meal. I wish you could smell it. So our chicken fingers are done. And I don't know if you can see that. Completely done, 20 minutes, and this is hot, so I need to move it out of the way just to show you. So those are them all done, and hopefully you can see that. Just gonna set them out of the way. I'm using our roll-up rack for all of the hot stuff. You can use it as a trivet, you can use it for more space. I don't know if you can see that. You can use it for more space over your sink. You can use it to drain your dishes. Like, you can use it as a dish rack. You can use it to like a strainer. You can wash everything and have it sitting there and the water runs through it. This is a fantastic piece for your kitchen. Okay, so I am going to show you the rosemary garlic potatoes. Now remember, I didn't do fries, I did wedges. I'm just going to use our flipper here. And I did these on the cooling racks, like the little baking racks. You can use them as cooling racks, or you can use them as an air fryer in your oven. So this is what I have done. Just gonna put some here on the plate. And all of the juices and stuff have actually dripped down onto the sheet pan liner, which is going to make my cleanup a breeze, as I mentioned previously. So I have a little dipping container here. Our marinara sauce that I made the very beginning is all done. I am going to just spoon some into this little container for my dippers. And now we're going to grab the green beans, and I'm going to show you exactly what my dinner looks like. So our steamers are also oven safe as well. I'm not a huge microwave user, but I do like steaming my vegetables in the microwave. Potatoes you can use in the multi-purpose steamer, and it's done super fast. You can have them boiling and waiting for that. But I like doing my vegetables because when you steam things, you're not losing all of the nutrients and the vitamins from boiling it. So my green beans are ready. And what I love to do with my vegetables is use our everything Bagel seasoning. So this again is a source of omega-3 fatty acids. It's also a good source of fiber, and it tastes absolutely delicious. So I'm going to sprinkle that on top of my beans. Now you could put a little bit of butter or ghee if you have that, if that's what you like to do. I find that we don't really need it. You could also sprinkle or drizzle some olive oil, because then you're getting a really good healthy fat as well over top of your vegetables, and then put your seasoning on. So I wanted to show you the ranch. If you're not a marinara dipper, you could absolutely use our dip mix, our ranch. It is extremely clean. The ingredients in here are literally onion, buttermilk powder, so definitely if you're dairy free, this is not something for you. Garlic, black pepper, chives, and spices. easy to make, and taste fantastic. So that's it, guys. This is our healthy chicken fingers, potato wedges, green beans, and a dipping sauce, all done in 20 minutes. I'm gonna come closer to the camera so you can actually see it. As well as, don't forget, we also have our chocolate pudding for dessert. Your kids will love it, your husbands will love it, and the nice thing is you can feel great about serving it because you know that all the ingredients are gluten-free, they are ethically sourced, they are over 90% of Epicure's ingredients are non-GMO project verified, which for me is amazing. And low sodium and low sugar, like what else can you ask for? Absolutely fantastic to have real food fast in your own kitchen, and you don't have to worry about those drive-thrus that are gonna make you feel like crap later. I hope you've enjoyed this cooking video, and I will see you all soon. Take care, guys.